Welcome to the University of Findlay Art and Culture Show. We are very excited that this is our third season, and we are glad you are joining us today. I am Sharinda Welton, your host, and today is going to be a really special program because we are going to be interviewing different local businesses and talking to them about how they bring art and culture to our community. And I am very pleased to welcome to the set right now Ms. Sandy Essinger. Welcome.
Thank you.
And you are with the Painter's Pottery.
Yes.
And you are actually the owner and proprietor.
I am.
And we are excited to have you here. She has brought us some wonderful goodies, and she's going to show us what they look like from the beginning to what they look like after they've been painted and kilned. And I will let Sandy explain what killing is. And so tell us a little bit about Painter's Pottery. I've given a little bit of it away with your goodies here, but what is it?
Painter's Pottery is technically what they call a paint-your-own pottery studio, PYOP in the industry. And you come in, it's a form of entertainment. You do not have to be an artist to come in or creative. We can do the creative part for you. It's to come in, relax, have a good time, enjoy yourself, bring a friend. And it's just a great way to spend some time with family and friends.
Well, and I know that in this day of COVID, people are looking for ways to de-stress from new stresses. And so we hear the buzzword a lot, self-care. But this really is an opportunity for people to come in and take a seat, take some deep breaths, and just go to a different place, both mentally within their brain and then physically also.
Yeah, it's a great way to come in and distress because you're just thinking about the piece of pottery that you're creating. Much like when you're reading a book, you just sort of go in
And
to the
zone,
book
yeah.
and soak it in. We always tell people it's not meant to be stressful. Come in with an idea so that you can go from there, or we can give you some ideas. It's really a relaxing form of entertainment to do.
Well, and you're in a wonderful location too. You're centrally located in Hancock County. Would you like to give us your street address, please?
We are on Main Street, but actually we're on Hardin because the building is the old Cooper Tire store, and it starts on Main Street with the wine merchant, and then we are the end shop. So we face Hardin Street, and there is parking right next door in a free parking lot, and we're conveniently located across from Wilson's Sandwich Shop. Mm-hmm. So if you get hungry, you can go across the street and get a burger.
And the University of Findlay is on North Main Street. This is South Main Street, right downtown Findlay, correct?
Yeah, and you can come right down Corey Street. You come right down Corey Street, and you'll see us on the left-hand side, a block up once you get down all the way to the south end.
So for the students that might be wanting to drive, but for the greater community of Hancock County, they want to take either North Main or South Main to Hardin.
Hardin.
And then they're going to turn
to the west.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
And so if someone is interested in participating, do you have open hours? Is it by appointment only right now? How does that work with COVID?
We do take appointments. Our studio hours presently are Thursday, Friday, Saturday, 11 to 7. Sundays are 1 to 5, but I'm excited to announce that in September, we're going to bring back our late night painting on Friday nights. And to stay within the governor's guidelines, we're only going to be open till 11 because we let you BYOB after 8 o'clock. And we do take reservations. We always say reservations are best because you will guarantee yourself a seat. Mm-hmm. And you can do that by calling us at, 567-294-4680, or you can message us on Facebook at Painter's Pottery.
And is it Findlay's Painter Pottery or just Painter's Pottery?
Just Painter's Pottery.
Okay, wonderful. And so I know that the students are excited to host you here on campus because you're bringing a bunch of fun things and they're going to get to paint and then pick them up from the store. Do you do private parties at the store, and are you willing to go other locations like what you're doing for the university?
Yes, we definitely do what we call to-go parties. We normally ask that you pick just 1 or 2 items, pre-order, so that we know we have it in stock, or we can just bring a variety and everybody can just pick from what we have. We bring the paints, the brushes, and what we like to call the fun. And we bring it back and we kiln it at our studio. We have 2 kilns, and it's a week process to get it back. We don't fire them every day. And that brings us to why we're kind of closed on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, because those are the days that we're killing our items.
And the kiln is actually a way of baking and getting the paint to go into the pores of the ceramic, correct?
Yeah, we call it killing or the firing process. And the reason it's called firing is because it is 1800 degrees, so it's fire, and it's melting the paint onto your piece, and it just turns it into this glossy goodness.
So let's look at some of the before and afters that you have here on the table. And you also have a really cool t-shirt. What is the t-shirt all about?
The t-shirt is what I'll be offering for the first 3 students who come in and say that they saw us on this video. They will receive a t-shirt.
Cool. How generous.
Yes.
Thank you for that.
Yes.
Okay, so let's look at some of the before and afters. You have some adorable little gnomes here in 2 different sizes.
Yeah, the gnomes, of course, are very popular. We have a lot of different gnomes to choose from. Also, people like the mushrooms and the fairy houses. We have a couple fairy boxes. We have several hundred things to choose from at the studio. Of course, I couldn't bring everything. But yes, this is a before, which of course you see. It's just plain, and you get to do all the fun artwork on here. And then after the firing process, it is nice and glossy. We always tell people during the process of painting it, you'll see that the paint is kind of chalky. You're thinking, that's not my color.
Yeah.
The firing process brings out that color, melts it down. And then this item is some of our specialty glazes that we offer. We always say, it does all the work for you. So when you're painting it on, it just kind of looks lumpy and bumpy, and those crystals melt out and gives you this really cool effect. This is a little mushroom with that on top. But you can also do the artwork yourself using the colors that we have, and you can do a lot of creating with that, blending them in, and getting it to look very realistic. This is a great plant because you can't kill it.
Well, you could
if you
drop it.
And then we also have lots of other planters that we, plants are huge right now. I'm sure every college student probably has a plant. You can make your own planter. We have them in several different sizes.
And I love this little lady. This reminds me, my great-grandmother had the porcelain heads. She was a beautician, and the ones that had the big curls or the buffet hairstyles, and she had them sitting on ledges in her studio.
Yeah.
So when I saw this, I immediately thought of my great-grandmother because she didn't have plants, she had hair on hers. Also reminds me of I Love Lucy, because that whole era of the 50s, it was really big. So this is so fun.
Yep, the bright
and so
red
well
lips,
done.
Bright red lips. And of course you saw that with that one, that person chose to just do her eyes closed with eyelashes. You don't have to do the eyes.
Yeah.
We've had them done with eyes too. You can look up online how to paint an eye. I always tell people, they always ask me if I'm, artistic, and I'm like, I'm crafty. I have a business degree, but I'm a crafty person. So this is just how I married those 2 items. I also brought a little tree along. Can't have a real tree in your dorm room. This is a great little tree to make for your dorm room. It comes with a light. Might have seen grandma have one of these trees, or great grandma have one of these trees. We have them in several different sizes.
Fun. So thank you so much for coming in today and introducing us to your store and your product. Could you please remind us again of where we can locate you if we want to reach out and win the t-shirt or set a reservation to come and play with you?
Yes. So you can call to make a reservation, 567-294-4680, or you can message us on Facebook at Painters Pottery. You also can schedule small groups with reservations, or just if you alone want to come in, but I will say, if you bring a friend and mention this video, we will give you double punches on our punch card. And once you fill this punch card up, you earn pottery dollars. So that's a great way to earn some pottery dollars. And it's worth $10 once it's filled up. And we actually have a $10 table. So if you're thinking this might be too expensive for you, we do have a $10 table. This is just one of the items. We have a couple more over there that this is from our $10 table. Nice little piece, so it makes it very affordable for college students to come in and make something. And again,
this is a great ring holder.
Yes. And again, we're open Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. You can see our hours on our website, and Facebook usually has the best information.
And we've talked a lot about students, but this business is open to the community, and all of Hancock County is invited because this video is going to be out on YouTube for everyone in the world to see. Great. So we are excited about that for you and for Findlay. So thank you so much for joining us, and we look forward to painting with you soon.
Thanks, Sharinda.